So he was just doing a comparison of a DAO and a traditional organization. I already talked about it, about usually flat and fully democratized a DAO, right? But with a traditional, we were just talking about the pyramid, CEO at top, CEOs, things like that. That's the organization of how it's shaped. Voting required by members for any changes to be implemented. And yeah, I mean that's a thing of this flat, fully democratized type of organization. That's very cool. But this is going to be either a board, a sole party. That's what we're used to with corporations and LLCs and all that stuff. Votes tallied and outcome implemented automatically without trusted intermediary.
That's the ideal.
Yeah.
In the one before that, the LLC. I mean, a lot of people get really excited about what the state of Wisconsin is doing with the DAO. But if you dig in that little bit deeper, it's basically an LLC, wink, wink, a DAO can do it.
Right.
Is it Wisconsin or Wyoming?
Wyoming. Did I say it? Yeah, it was
maybe
Wyoming. It was
could have been my earpiece. I don't know.
Miami? Is that what you said?
No, it's Wyoming, and they're doing a great job of really groundbreaking in terms of talking about it. But they're still going to be subject to the laws of the United States, and but because they pay taxes and things like that, and you end up getting treated like an LLC, but with a slightly different structure. So, but as you look at that, there's a lot here that could be done, and the best part about it is that bottom row. Everything's transparent.
But voting in an LLC or corporation, still manual. Again, you got to have trust in intermediaries and or persons or a department. Things can get a little loose there. That's another thing why it's all cool how this all works on smart contracts, and all this is kind of just automatically happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ray, we got a request from Lindsay to put that document link in the chat later, in the comments of the YouTube video, so people can take a look at that at their own pace.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure.
Good idea. Thank you, Lindsay.
Educating the world.
Educating the world.
That's it.
Joe, come through again.
Bees.social TV. Services offered are handled automatically in a decentralized manner. Same thing with distribution of philanthropic funds. That's another thing that's very cool. I know we kind of touch on things like Drupal. I'm excited for a lot of this stuff too as well, because the other cool thing is how that is done, Vince, charitable stuff. You're going to be able to see and make, a lot of the people that raise money and do charitable things, there's all these administration costs, all this stuff, and it doesn't ever get to the people, man, that really need it. That's another thing where I think it's just going to be an incredible difference of helping and really changing and helping the world,
Yeah, and and there's all sorts of reasons why, but you're absolutely right. I think that all this stuff is. I was reading a piece on DAOs and the legality of the organizations, and there's a lot of thoughtful things that people need to take into consideration as they do these things. One of the things that you need to really work with the DAO to make sure it's doing the things right, so it's actually a DAO that regular people can be investing or working or placing capital in. Because once it's like a investment, once it's, you do the wrong things or say the wrong things, you get into problems like some of these other people who've been sued as they've been securities.
Yep.
So not sued, but they've been, hey, SEC, I got a conversation for you, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But I think that what's really important is people use it for what it's designed to do, looking at a collective treasury, looking at how to bring people together in a way, and really, really, really appreciate the incredible coders who are making this happen. Because you can run a DAO on loose leaf paper and just do it and send money to somebody, but to make it happen on chain in code, without a lot of user intervention, that's it's a realization of an idea and it's happening. And we're lucky that we're able to have that happen for the SBU DAO,
right.
And how all that's going to happen. There's a lot of innovations that's happened around Web3, and there's a lot of innovation that everybody brings to the table. And so I'm pretty psyched about what some of that stuff is.
Well, everything. That's why they're top notch, man. All the things they've done with DeFi Index, right? That was kind of the first asset-backed NFTs, beast mode. Just innovation after innovation. So yeah, can't wait to see all the cool things that are going to be a part of the DAO. Do you have something, Tim? Sorry.
I was just going to say that in Miami there was somebody there that said they could build a DAO for somebody's project in like 3 clicks.
3 clicks, Tim.
Ray and I are going to do a deeper dive into that before we bring it to the whale tank. But hey, if they
but it was more internet based, right? Isn't that what she was saying? It was more internet. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, it's a very basic level reaching, like your loose leaf example, just something
you're spinning it up. It's created.
Right.
There was another thing that looked like a project management team. I forget. It was like DWork, like DWork.xyz. It's actually a project management software built for. I think it looks like that. It's a project management tool built for decentralized worlds and DAOs. So somebody says they've done something, the group gets together and say, yes, you've done it, you can be paid. So it might be really interesting as you're working through an operational stuff around the DAO, you get somebody to do something, that's kind of off the regular churn. You could use something like that to say, okay, you did it. We all agree. We're all going to pay. We maybe just all pile in and say, this is what we're going to pay for this. This person did it and they're done.
Right on.
It's a really interesting sort of concept about what could happen like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very cool.
That would be one. I would be interested to see if those guys could be on your show, because that is something really interesting at how people are implementing it in DAOs is very interesting, just to talk about where the thought process is.
Yeah. Cool stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We've been saying it's imminent, Vince. Is that the right word? Imminent?
Yeah.
Well, I think we never let you, but did you have an announcement of any kind? You wanted to say anything?
Well, here's the thing. Like, it's a DAO. It's the organization. Our organization has always been powerful. Right?
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
What we've done has always been there. We just have a way to organize it and fund future projects and talk about where it can go. Now you have a framework to talk about it in. So that's what it is. So that's what people should be excited about.
Right.
It's not, I worry that people will become fixated on a token or a thing or this. But what they need to do is collaborate with everyone, talkers, non-talkers, everybody, and just figure out what they can do to really grow this thing for themselves. Because people can really, there's power in numbers.
Yeah.
And I think people should be leveraging that, especially when they're inside the economic energy that we're trying to sort of like keep going inside this, this perpetual motion machine or something, whatever we're calling this DAO.
They may even want to collabify, Vince. They might want to do that too.
I heard that. All the best, all the top people are doing it.